33 appearances. She is a good pitcher. But Notre Dame is a good hitting team. The Lady Titans here in the top half of the first. Now with a 2-0 lead, certainly showing that. 4 state championships won between these two schools over the last 4 years. 3 by the Tigers, and last year it was Notre Dame, representing the Southeast District and bringing home the hardware. First ever state championship for Notre Dame a season ago. Here's Bella Rush, the twin sister of Ava. She's playing at second base today, and she will take strike number 1. Base is still loaded. So far in the inning for the Lady Titans. 2 runs off of 3 hits, 1 error committed by Strasburg-Franklin. Here's strike 2. Evidently, that conversation by Coach Tom Spidell has certainly settled down his ace hurler, Reichenschneider, as she is quickly ahead in this count to the number 7 hitter, Bella Rush. Audrey Back is on deck. Bases are loaded. Still just 1 out for the Lady Titans. This pitch outside high for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Check swing. But Rush is able to peel back, or was she? No, they're going to say strike number 2. It might have actually caught the outside corner, so the swing, or the check swing, might have had nothing to do with that decision by the home plate umpire. 2-2 is the count after that strike. Here comes 2-2 delivery, blasted to left field, and it is going to get there for a base hit. One more run will score. Here comes the second runner. It's 4-0, and Notre Dame is going to have a close play at second base. As the runner around at second was thinking about third, and then wisely thought better of it, was able to slide back safely to second. But a 2 RBI single by Bella Rush. Four nothing, the defending state champion Lady Titans on top. That brings up Audrey Back, the left fielder, a right-handed hitter. Back on the season, batting .246 with an on-base percentage of .346, 17 hits on the year. Runners on first and second for ND. After that 2 RBI single moments ago by Bella Rush. What a start for Coach Chad Ford's Lady Titans here today. This pitch, going to miss the mark for ball number 2. 2-0 the count. Kennedy Lyons is on deck for the Lady Titans. Still just 1 out. As the number 8 hitters in the batter's box right now for Notre Dame. Awaiting the 2-0 delivery. She squares up the bunt, pulls back, and that pitch is in there for a called strike. 2-1 now, new count back. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Reichenschneider. It is low for ball number 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Gorgeous day here in Athens. Just a light breeze. Love days like this as far as working in the press area because you can spread your paperwork out and don't have to worry about a gust of wind blowing over the convo. That's always a good thing. This pitch is fouled out of play beyond the first base dugout, which is where Notre Dame is positioned today, being the away team. That's strike number 2, so the count is full. Here's the payoff pitch, swung on, and it's fouled back off the backstop. We'll re-rack and try it again. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second for the Lady Titans, who lead 4-0 here in the top half of the first inning of this Girls Division 7 regional semifinal game. Again, the winner of this comes back to Athens on Saturday and will play at 2:30 against the winner of a game later today between Simms Valley and Connaughton Valley. It would be something if Simms Valley could get that win over Connaughton Valley, making it an all-Southern Ohio Conference regional championship. 3 Scioto County schools competing in regional tournament play today. The Valley Lady Indians competing later in Division 6. Ball 4. Bases loaded once again for Notre Dame as the third baseman, Kennedy Lyon, number 9 hitter, will make her way to the batter's box. Second walk of the day for Reifenschneider. Boy, Kennedy Lyon is coming off of a district championship game, which she performed incredibly. Actually wound up with an inside-the-park home run in that district final win over Clay last Thursday. And a game played at Wellston. Here is Lyon digging in, awaiting the pitch with bases loaded, still just one out. The Notre Dame Lady Titans who are up 4-0 here in the top half of the first inning. Just underway at Athens. Here's the pitch. It is going to be inside and a little low for ball number 1. Reifenschneider, as mentioned, entering today's contest with a 2.35 ERA. Notre Dame has already exceeded that with 4 runs on the scoreboard here today in the first inning. She is a 14-game winner entering this contest is Reifenschneider. Taking her time in the circle, making sure everything's right. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High for ball number 2. Making the count 2-0. Kennedy Lyon is a sophomore, playing third base today. She's also caught at various times for the Lady Titans this season. Here's your 2-0 pitch. High and outside ball number 3. And now Reifenschneider in jeopardy of walking a run in. She's one pitch away from doing just that. Lyon awaiting the 3-0 pitch from Reifenschneider. Here it is, and it is going to be in there for a strike. And that might be the best pitch that she sees. So often, batters do not want to swing at those 3-0 pitches. Understandably so, but pitchers know they've got to get it in the strike zone. And that's usually the most hittable one. High school level, you very rarely see batters swing. Now, professional level, baseball talking here, MLB, sometimes they have green light. This pitch is going to find the zone. Strike number 2. So Reifenschneider has battled back to make the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first, second, and third for the Lady Titans. Boy, a hit here by Lyon could blow this thing wide open. Here's the pitch. One point, fouled back over top of the press box. And Kennedy Lyon, the number 9 hitter for the Lady Titans, certainly hanging tough and battling Reifenschneider here with this at-bat. Lyon went 2 for 2 in that game against Clay last week. 2 runs scored, 3 RBI. Here's a high fly ball to right field. The right fielder misplayed one earlier, and she misplays this one as well. It hits off her glove, hits the ground, another E9, and another run scored by Notre Dame. 5-0 Lady Titans. Kind of can't help but feel sorry for the poor young lady out there in right field. She's had an opportunity to make a couple catches here, which would have been 2 outs, but it's not gone her way here in this first inning. It certainly has favored Notre Dame, though, as the Lady Titans have a 5-run lead, and I believe we're going to see a pitching change here for Strasburg-Franklin before the first inning is through. Still just 1 out for the Lady Titans, and we have a new pitcher entering the circle for Strasburg-Franklin. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. Notre Dame has batted around Jason Bryant, the leadoff hitter, who is the only batter for the Lady Titans so far today who has not gotten on base. She grounded out to the pitcher Reifenschneider at times, so she'll try to amend that as she gets set to enter the batter's box here in just a moment, it looks like. We remind you that today's coverage of high school tournament softball on 92.1 FM WIOI and on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel is being presented by the McKinley Funeral Home, Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, the Real Estate Gallery, Little Septic Service, Harris Sport Covering, McDonald's, Melcher Hammer Funeral Home, the Glockner Family Dealerships, Hope Source, Medford Telephone and TV and Falcon One Internet, the Schmidt Family Restaurants, which include Buffalo Wild Wings and Wendy's Old-Fashioned Hamburgers. A special thanks to the Burnham Insurance Agency, Harrison Piles Funeral Home, Mako Finished Products, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Clark's Pump and Shop, Correll's Bulldog Containers, Conley Trucking, and Conley River Terminal. Call your home medical and the Scioto River. So Madeline Whalen is the new pitcher for Strasburg-Franklin. She will step into the circle and try to find 2 more outs to put an end to what has been an incredible opening top half of the first for the Notre Dame Lady Titans. Whalen on the season with a 4-0 record and a 2.82 ERA. This marks her 9th appearance of the season. Bryant squares up the bunt with bases loaded, peels back, and that is going to be ball number 1. Wise decision by Bryant. The 1-0 delivery by Whalen. It is a little high, a little outside, and just misses the strike zone. Ball number 2. 2-0 the count. Bryant gets into the batter's box, digs the cleats in, awaits the pitch. It is low for ball number 3. One thing I have noticed about Whalen is she works a little bit quicker than Reifenschneider. Reifenschneider definitely took a little bit more time in between pitches, but Whalen gets the pitch called real quick and then quickly gets into her windup. This pitch is going to miss for ball number 3. 3-0 the count. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. That one did find the marks. 3-1. 3-1 the count. First strike game thrown by Madeline Whalen. This pitch, pop up, and caught by the first baseman. Boy, there was nearly a collision there between the first baseman and the pitcher. But hustling over to make the catch is the first baseman. I believe that's Reifenschneider because Madeline Whalen had started out the game at first base. Her and Reifenschneider just swapped spots. So there is an opportunity for Reifenschneider to perhaps return to the circle before the game is through. We'll see if Coach Bidell opts to go that route. So 2 are away for Notre Dame. We're in the top half of the first. Lady Titans up 5-0 in this Sweet 16 matchup, and that brings up Layla Sword, who singled the left field in her first at-bat. This pitch is going to be low. It'll skip across the plate. Ball number 1. Bases loaded up for the Lady Titans. Trying to get back to the regional championship game. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. And this pitch is going to miss for ball number 2. A pretty tight strike zone today, it appears. I'm in position right, almost directly behind home plate, so it can be tough to put on my X-ray vision and see through the umpire and the catcher. But definitely being called pretty tight today. This pitch, a ball is having to duck out of the way. That one way inside. 3-0 is the count. Check that. 2-1 is the count to Sword. 2 balls, 1 strike. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on one, foul ball. Strike number 2. That evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With bases loaded here in the top of the first inning, Notre Dame up 5-0 on Strasburg-Franklin. 2 are away. It's been a great first inning for the Lady Titans. But Notre Dame would certainly like to tack on a few more. A base hit by Layla Sword would provide potential to do that. Here comes the 2-2 delivery. Low and inside ball 3. Now the count is full. Kate Entler, the catcher, is on deck. She singled her first at bat to left field, just as Layla Sword did. We'll see if we get 2 Entler. And the Lady Titans keep this thing going. This incredible first inning. Here comes the 3-2 delivery. And it is going to catch the outside corner for strike number 3. First strikeout of the day. And that will bring the inning to an end. But what an inning it was for the Lady Titans as they have a 5-0 lead. We are getting set to see Strasburg-Franklin come to the plate for the first time today. Top half of that first inning taking 25 minutes to play, but a good 25 minutes for ND it was. We're back after your 60-second timeout on 92.1 FM WYOI.
Portsmouth, you can count on Buffalo Wild Wings every Tuesday for buy one, get one 50% off bone-in wings. Enjoy your go-to wing flavors or try something new like our limited time flavors. Grab another wings lover in your life or enjoy them all yourself. We don't judge. Your new Tuesday ritual is here, and it's saucy. Ow! Head to the sports bar to get your wings on at participating locations. Not valid with other offers or discounts. See website or app for details. Adeline Hobbs is a junior band member from Northwest who is in the carpentry program at the Scioto County Career Technical Center. Adeline, what do you like about the Scioto County CTC and your program?
I've been doing carpentry since I was little, and I love building stuff.
And what are your plans for after high school?
I want to be a photographer on the side and be a carpenter.
The Scioto County CTC, a proven past for building a better future.
Scioto County Career Technical Center.
The Notre Dame Lady Titans have a 5-0 lead over the Strasburg-Franklin Tigers in this Girls Division 7 regional semifinal softball game being played at Ohio University in Athens. The Notre Dame top half the first, 5 runs off of 4 hits, 3 runners left on base, 2 errors committed by Strasburg-Franklin. Due up for the Tigers here in the bottom half of the first inning will be the shortstop, Hallie Argerbright, the catcher, Olivia Spidell, and Madeline Whalen, who started out the game at first base but was moved to pitcher. So those will be the first 3 Tigers that we see here to begin the game. Begin this inning anyway for Strasburg-Franklin. Again, the winner of this one will meet the winner of Sim Valley and Cotton Valley. They will play here in Athens a little bit later today. 4 games in total will be played at OU this afternoon. All regional semifinals, 2 from D7 and a couple from D5. Hallie Argerbright, batting .391 on the season, 87 at-bats, 34 hits, 39 runs scored, 18 RBIs, 7 doubles, 3 triples, 3 home runs for Argerbright. She's a right-handed batter. She's going to be working against Notre Dame pitcher Ava Rush. Rush has been solid for the Lady Titans the last couple seasons. She was certainly a key cog for Notre Dame in the Lady Titans State Championship run last season. Only a junior is Ava Rush. Here's the delivery. Her first pitch today is going to just miss the mark, ball number 1. So 1-0 the count to Argerbright. Wind picks up just a little bit. A very comfortable breeze here at OU in Athens. This pitch by Rush is going to find the mark for strike number 1, evening up count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ava Rush on the season, 18-4. She has been the winning pitcher in 18 of the Lady Titans' 24 victories this year. Here is a shot down the right field line, but out of play. The ball will ricochet off of the fencing around the bullpen area down in right field along the first base line. That is strike number 2. 1-2 now the count. Argerbright showing there, though, she has some pop if she can get a hold of one just right. Ava Rush looking at the pitch call on her wristband, which is on her left arm. She delivers the right-handed pitcher, and this ball is going to be fouled as Argerbright got a piece of it. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the first inning in Athens, where Notre Dame is up 5-0 after that big top half of the first to get this game started. Here is the 1-2 pitch, and it misses for ball number 2. Evening up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rush with a 1.526 ERA entering this contest. Here's a chopper right back to Rush. She fields it cleanly over to first base for out number 1. 1-3 on the putout. 1 is away. The Notre Dame Lady Titans infielders converge in the circle to fist bump and high five, and that will bring up the catcher Olivia Spidell. Now Spidell catching today, but an interesting side note with Strasburg-Franklin, their catcher all season long had been Ella Gilkerson. She was second on the team in home runs and first in RBI. She broke her leg a couple weeks ago and is out for the rest of the season. True shame for her. Spidell, the catcher, is Coach Tom Spidell's daughter. She will take strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Here comes the 0-1 delivery from Ava Rush. And this pitch just misses high and outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count. Happening place here today is Athens. The softball field is right beside the Convocation Center, home of the Ohio University Bobcats men's and women's basketball teams, and also home for a lot of high school tournament basketball over the years. And right beside of the softball field is the baseball field, and there's tournament play at the district level taking place over there, as right now Jackson is playing Athens in a Division III district semifinal. So the parking lot here absolutely packed with these 2 games going on simultaneously, not to mention 3 more softball games on tap here at OU today. This pitch misses. It's 2-1, and now the umpires are going to converge. They're having a conversation. Two and one is the count. The huddle between the umps has broken up. Back to play we go. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it misses for ball number 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Olivia Spidell, the number 2 hitter. 1 is away here in the bottom of the first. Notre Dame up 5-0 in this D7 regional semifinal from Athens. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from junior Ava Rush. And it is in there for strike number 2. Count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Spidell batting .520 on the year, and she is going to watch strike number 3 go by. First punch out of the day for Ava Rush, and 2 are away. The Lady Titan faithful certainly into this one today, as they should be. Sweet 16 softball for the defending state champions from Portsmouth Notre Dame, hoping to go back-to-back. That brings up Madeline Whalen. She's going to bat from the left side of the plate. Started out the game at first base, got moved to pitcher, and she awaits the pitch from Notre Dame's pitcher, Ava Rush. And Whalen gets a portion of the ball as it goes by, fouls it back to the backstop for strike number 1. Ava Rush, the right-handed junior. Rocks, deals, and this pitch is going to be fouled back. It almost seemed like Whalen held up mid-swing there. She got the head of the bat on the ball, but she didn't follow through with her swing, but did make contact. But she's behind in the count now, 0-2, after a couple foul balls. Ava Rush entering this game with 189 strikeouts on the season. This pitch just misses for ball 1. That count already up to 190 now. Got a long ways to go here today, but if things go in a positive manner for Ava Rush, she might be near the 200 mark before this game is through. Here's 191 as swinging away is Madeline Whalen. She goes down swinging. Second straight strikeout for Ava Rush and her 191st on the season. 3 up, 3 down for Strasburg-Franklin. We go to the top half of the second inning with the defending state champion Notre Dame Lady Titans leading 5-0. This is high school softball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
is legendary. If ribeyes and New York strips don't satisfy your taste buds, then try their mouth-watering hickory smoked chicken or delicious country-style ribs. You can come in and dine inside. Try their newly expanded four-season dining porch. Or call ahead for curbside to carry out and take home at 740-353-9329. The Scioto River, 1026 Gallia Street, Portsmouth, Ohio.
The Glockner family of dealerships offers the top brands: Chevrolet, GMC, Honda, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Glockner has an amazing selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Ask about the Glockner Guarantee. 12-month, 12,000-mile new vehicle premier coverage and 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage included on qualifying used makes and models. Shop online at Glockner.com. At Glockner, we make it easy.
5-0, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin in this Girls D7 regional semifinal softball game from OU in Athens. Kate Entler, Lindsay Schaefer, and Macy Ford due up for the Lady Titans as we begin the top half of the second inning. Entler digs in and awaits the pitch from Whalen. It is going to be low for ball number 1. I'm Chuck Greenslate. Thank you for tuning in today to Girls High School Regional Tournament Softball on 92.1 FM WIOI, and hello to all of our viewers on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. Here's a shot out to center field, a worm burner, and a single for Kate Entler, her second hit of the day. She's 2 for 2. So Notre Dame leading off the top half of the second inning in a positive fashion as Entler is on board. That brings up first baseman Lindsay Schaefer, who walked in her first time up an inning ago. Schaefer batting .422, entering this contest with an on-base percentage of .446. She certainly didn't hurt that average with that walk a little earlier. Here's the pitch. Now these Notre Dame batters up right now facing a different pitcher than they did in the first inning when Reifenschneider got the start before giving way to Whalen. So even though these Notre Dame batters have a little history already in this game, it was with someone else in the circle. First pitch found the mark for strike 1. This pitch is also going to be in there for a called strike. So Schaefer quickly behind in the count 0-2 with Entler down at first base. Entler has given way to a courtesy runner. This pitch going to be outside for ball number 1, 1-2 the count. That's Sophia Phillips, a sophomore, over on first base in place of Entler. The catcher and the pitcher gets a courtesy runner in high school softball. Schaefer actually is out there for the second time today. She courtesy ran for Entler back in the first inning and wound up scoring. And going down swinging is Lindsay Schaefer as she strikes out. Second strikeout of the day for the Strasburg-Franklin pitching staff, both by Madeline Whalen. And that's going to bring up the center fielder Macy Ford, batting from the right side. Ford got on as a result of an error back in the first inning. She's going to swing away here. Got a piece of the ball that goes flying over top of the catcher back to the backstop. Foul ball, strike 1. Macy Ford might be the best story in Ohio high school softball that nobody talks about. Absolutely incredible. This pitch misses the mark for ball number 1. And that's by her choice because, believe you me, it's a story that we have tried to shed light upon for several years. And she doesn't want any part of it. She's got a issue with her left hand that many would consider a major hindrance. For her, it's just everyday life. So out of respect for her, that's all I'll say about it. But if you know, it's absolutely amazing what she's able to do. She fouls this ball, and it actually comes back and hits her. I couldn't tell if it got her under the chin or in the upper chest area, but boy, that had to smart. Her dad, Shad Ford, head coach of the Lady Titans, who's coaching third base, is going to walk over and check on her, as is one of the other Notre Dame batters, Ava Rush, who is on deck. But she's not going to let that slow her down. She'll shake that off and get right back into the batter's box. 1-2 is the count. 5-0 Notre Dame leads here in the top of the second inning. This pitch going to be in there, or no, excuse me, low for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was in there all right for a ball. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Whalen. With Sophia Phillips over first. This pitch misses the mark. Count is now full, 3-2. 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Notre Dame, the visiting team on the scoreboard today. Here is a chopper to third, fielded over to second in time, force out, fielder's choice. So that goes 5-4 on that put out, fielder's choice. And Macy Ford is safe down at first base. Nice job by the Strasburg-Franklin third baseman getting the lead runner. That was Addie Cibula fielding the ball cleanly and tossing it over to second baseman Rael Watkins. That brings up the pitcher Ava Rush, who had a single to left center in her first at bat. This pitch by Whalen is going to be in there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count. The pitch swung upon. A chopper down the third base line, foul out of play. Strike number 2. So Rush is behind in the count quickly here, 0-2 after these first 2 pitches from Whalen. Rush with an RBI single back in the first inning. Batting .451 on the season, awaiting the pitch. It's high for a ball. 1-2 the count. Ava Rush helped herself out at the plate an inning ago. She would love to continue that. An on-base percentage of .481, 32 hits on the season. 29 singles, 3 doubles. Here is a grounder to short, over to first in time. That goes 6-3 on the putout, and that will do it for the top half of the second inning for the Lady Titans. But Notre Dame still out in front, 5-0, as Strasburg-Franklin will come to the plate in the bottom of the second. You're listening to Regional Tournament Softball on 92.1 FM WIOI. To cheer for the home team, and even more proud to have you on their team. Whether you need insurance for your home, car, or business, they have your back. And because the local community is so important to them, they'll be right there with you, cheering for your team. Contact the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency today for more information about a policy from Encova Insurance. Visit the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency at 1031 Gallia Street in Portsmouth. Online at barrettmurphin.com. At Clark's Pump and Shop, you'll find fantastic food, hot coffee, cold beverages, and drive-through convenience. Pay at the pump, always clean and courteous.
Thank you.
Download the Clark's app to get signed up for the Clark's Loyalty Rewards program. Earn points with every purchase to redeem cents off gas or free products within the store. Visit the Clark's Pump and Shop nearest you, with locations in Scioto, Pike, Lawrence, Jackson, Greenup, Lewis, and Boyd counties. Look for Clark's Marathon and Arco stations. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel. 5-0, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin in this Division VII regional semifinal softball game from Ohio University in Athens. To the bottom of the second inning we go. Due up for the Tigers will be Miley Reifenschneider, Addie Cibula, and Rael Watkins. Reifenschneider started out the game pitching and got moved to first base a third of the way through the first inning. Reifenschneider, in addition to being a solid pitcher all season long, has been a good hitter as well. She's batting .416 entering this contest with 4 home runs and 34 RBI. This pitch by Ava Rush as we start the bottom of the second is going to be high and outside for ball 1. First plate appearance for Reifenschneider today as the Tigers went 3 up and 3 down in the bottom of the first. Here is the 1-0 pitch, swung upon, fouled back over top of the backstop and press box, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. A storied Strasburg-Franklin program, which for many years was the Achilles heel of Notre Dame. Here's Ava Rush's pitch, the 1-1 delivery, swung upon, a shot to right center. It's going to get over the head of Jason Bryant, hits on the warning track, bounces and ricochets off the wall, and a stand-up double for Reifenschneider as she provides Strasburg-Franklin with the Tigers' first hit of the day. Jason Bryant was able to get the ball in rather quickly, avoiding any further damage, but that will bring up Addie Cibula, the third baseman, as she will now come to the plate after the leadoff double by Reifenschneider to get the bottom of the second started, with Notre Dame leading Strasburg-Franklin 5-0. Cibula, the third baseman. Batting .419 on the season with 29 RBI. She's a right-handed hitter, and she's going to bloop this one up, a pop-up to shortstop. It is caught for out number 1. She was swinging away, but might have been just a little bit ahead of it, as Alayla Sword is able to get under that one for the out. That brings up Raelle Watkins, the second baseman. Watkins on the season, batting .293. 17 hits and 10 RBI on the season for Watkins. Right-handed batter, awaits the pitch from right-handed Ava Rush. And that pitch is going to be high and inside for ball 1. Rush is mentioned a little earlier in our broadcast with an ERA just slightly over 1.5 entering this contest. An 18-game winner this season for Coach Shad Ford's Lady Titans, who are 24-4 entering this game. Rush's pitch. That's going to be in there for strike number 1. Evening up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ava Rush with 191 strikeouts on the season, the 2 most recent of which occurred for outs 2 and 3 in the first inning. This pitch, high and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Keegan Kramer, the left fielder, is due up for Strasburg-Franklin. She's on deck. Raelle Watkins, currently in the batter's box, the number 6 hitter for the Tigers. Here comes the 2-1 pitch from Notre Dame junior Ava Rush. Swung upon and missed, strike number 2. 2-2 the count, now to Watkins. Ava Rush 1 strike away from her third K of this day. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung upon, and there is strike number 3, and a big fist bump by Ava Rush. Happy with herself after that one, digging the emotion. Strikeout number 3 on the day, and strikeout number 192 so far on the year for junior ace Ava Rush, I should say, for the Notre Dame Lady Titans. That brings up Keegan Kramer. We'll put the ER on the end of her name, because that's where it's supposed to be. This pitch, high for ball 1. Boy, you gotta love that fist pump there by Ava Rush. So many pitchers are even keel, but occasionally you encounter one that's got a little fire in the belly, and obviously Ava Rush fits that latter category, and there's nothing the matter with that. There's a little slap shot out of play, foul ball, strike number 1. Keegan Kramer will dig in. She's batting .283 on the season. 15 hits, 18 runs scored, 10 RBI. And here is the 1-1 pitch, and it will miss for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Kramer, the number 7 hitter. Runner on second base. And this pitch is fouled back for what will be strike number 2. Evening the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miley Reifenschneider, the first baseman, led off this bottom half of the second inning with a double to right center, but she's been standing by her lonesome out there at second base ever since after a fly out to short and a strikeout. 2 our way. Notre Dame trying to get the 3rd out of this inning and get out of here holding on to a 5-0 lead, which is where we stand at the moment. Here is a grounder, foul ball down the first base side. Count will stay at 2-2. Addie Sunheimer, the designated player, is due up for Strasburg-Franklin if the Tigers should get to her. Lady Titans will do all they can to prevent that. Ava Rush rubbing the ball against her thigh as she looks at the pitch chart on her wristband. Wrapped around her left arm. This pitch is fouled back. And quite a battle here between pitcher Ava Rush and the batter, left fielder Keegan Kramer. Last couple pitches fouled out of play by Kramer. Count stays at 2-2. Score is 5-0 in favor of the Lady Titans in this regional semifinal game in Athens. Here's the 2-2 pitch. A shot to left field, but the left fielder is there for Notre Dame. She makes the catch, and that will end it for Strasburg-Franklin in this inning. That was Audrey Back making the catch out there in left field. Score stays 5-0 in favor of ND. To the third inning we go. This is Girls Regional Tournament Softball on WIOI.
Collier is a local durable medical equipment company providing and offering free setup of home medical equipment. Collier tends to home oxygen, portable oxygen, hospital beds, wheelchairs, rollators, walkers, and more. Collier Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheelersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Collier Home Medical. Josie and Carly and all the gang at Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal wish the best to our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill dirt or limestone, contact Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck.
5-0, the Notre Dame Lady Titans softball team leads Strasburg-Franklin as we move on to the top half of the third inning at Ohio University in Athens in this Division 7 regional semifinal, a Sweet 16 matchup. For Strasburg-Franklin in the bottom of the second, no runs, one hit, one runner left stranded, no errors committed by Notre Dame. Leading off this third inning for the Lady Titans will be Bella Rush. She's the number 7 hitter, 7, 8, and 9 coming up for Notre Dame. Bella Rush is the second baseman who singled to left field in her first at bat. She will take ball number 1 here to get inning number 3 underway. Rush, Audrey Back, and Kennedy Lyon will be the 3 batters we are for sure going to see for Notre Dame here in this inning. This pitch will miss for ball number 2. 2-0 now the count to second baseman Bella Rush. Bella Rush batting .395 on the season entering this game with an on-base percentage of .453. 20 singles and 10 extra base hits, 6 doubles and 4 triples for 30 hits in total on the year. This pitch misses the mark. Ball number 3. Madeline Whalen has looked very solid since moving into the circle, replacing Reifenschneider a third of the way through the first inning. This pitch misses. So 3-0 now the count. And this pitch is going to get away from Whalen and hits the batter, Bella Rush, taking one for the team there. Hit by pitch, she will head down to first base. So the leadoff batter for Notre Dame is on board, and that will bring up the left fielder, Audrey Back. Back, the number 8 hitter, batting .246 on the season with a .346 on base percentage. 17 hits on the year, 13 of them singles and the other 4 doubles. Here's the pitch, and it is going to catch the outside corner for strike number 1. Audrey Back walked in her first plate appearance a couple innings ago in the first. 5-0 is the score. Here's a chopper to short, fielded over to second base, and that will go 6-4 on the fielder's choice. Nice play again by the Strasburg-Franklin shortstop, Hallie Argebright, stopping the ball and getting the lead runner. We saw that in the last inning as well. That'll bring up Kennedy Lyon, the third baseman, coming off of a district championship win over Clay that saw her go 2 for 2 with an inside-the-park home run. She got on board as a result of an error back in the first inning. She's going to foul this first pitch back for strike number 1. So we are in the top of the third inning. Notre Dame leads 5-0. All 5 of those Lady Titan runs were scored back in the first. 1 out, a runner on first. And Lyon awaiting the 0-1 pitch. An off-speed pitch. That's going to be a little too low, missing the strike zone, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Thanks for tuning in to High School Regional Tournament Softball today on 92.1 FM WIOI. And again, hello to everyone viewing today's game on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. The 1-1 pitch, a little high, ball number 2. 2-1 now the new count to Kennedy Lyon. Jason Bryant on deck for Notre Dame. 5-0 the Lady Titans lead. Here is the pitch from Whalen inside for ball number 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Kennedy Lyon batting .563. Boy, how many number 9 hitters do you see out there batting .563? Here is a shot. This is going to be a base hit as the ball will roll out to right field. And Kennedy Lyon is on board safely, advancing Audrey back over to second. First base hit of the day for Kennedy Lyon. To the top of the order we go. That brings up the right fielder, Jason Bryant. 0 for 2 today. She grounded out to the pitcher in her first plate appearance in the first inning, and then Notre Dame batted around in that first. In her second plate appearance, which was also in the first, she wound up flying out to the first baseman. This first pitch misses the mark, ball 1. Ironically, every ball that Jason Bryant has made contact with today has wound up being touched by Miley Reifenschneider in some form or fashion. Reifenschneider started out pitching. The first out by Bryant was 1-3 on the putout. Reifenschneider fielded a chopper and then threw over to first. And then Reifenschneider moved over to first base as her and Madeline Whalen exchanged positions. And the second out by Bryant was a pop out to Reifenschneider, who at the time had been moved to first base. 3-0 the count to Jason Bryant now. Last 2 pitches missing the strike zone as the one prior. 3 balls, no strikes. Runners on first and second for Notre Dame. 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Lady Titans up 5-0. A Sweet 16 game. Notre Dame looking for its first win over Strasburg-Franklin in school history, and this pitch is going to be in there for a called strike. I think Jason Bryant thought it was ball number 4, but the home plate umpire thought differently. 3-1 the count. Back on second. Lyon on first. Jason Bryant awaiting the 3-1 pitch. Squares up for a bunt. Beautiful bunt. And the throw over to first base. High, and the runner is safe. Bases loaded. Boy, what a play by Jason Bryant. A beautiful bunt that basically just died a few feet in front of home plate. And the throw over to first base was there in time as far as getting there before the runner, but it was high. The first baseman, to her credit for Strasburg-Franklin, Miley Reifenschneider, had to leap up to make the catch to prevent that ball from going over her head and out into right field, and a great athletic play that was. But when she jumped up in the air, foot off the bag, and that allowed the very speedy Jason Bryant to get down to first base safely. The officials are going to conference, though. They are going to talk this over. Boy, that's a tough play to score. We're going to call an error on that or a base hit? Hit. A hit is the call. Bases loaded up for Notre Dame, and that brings up the number 2 hitter, shortstop Alayla Sword, who is 1 for 2 today with a single to left field and a strikeout. Both of those plate appearances were back in that big 5-run first inning for Notre Dame. The Lady Titans have not scored since the first, but they're looking to change that here in the top half of the third with ducks all over the pond and only 1 out. Here is the first pitch to Alayla Sword. It'll have her leaning back, but it was in there for a called strike. 0-1 now the count. Alayla Sword on the season. batting .494 with a .606 on-base percentage. She has 4 home runs on the year, which ties her with Ava Rush for a team high. This pitch will miss the mark. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. Just 1 out here in the third inning. Another scoring opportunity for the Notre Dame Lady Titans. This pitch is going to be swung upon, fielded originally by the pitcher. Then she lost the handle of the ball. It got away from her. She picks it up, thought about throwing home to try to get a force out at the plate, but then thought better of it. No play there, and we are going to have a run scored for Notre Dame, making it 6-0, and everybody is safe. Bases still loaded. Probably have to go E1 on that, I would think. Scoreboard operator agrees with me as I'm seeing 3 errors on Strasburg-Franklin right now. So 6-0 Lady Titans. Kate Entler, the catcher, 2 for 2 on the day. She is up to bat. She just took ball 1. Entler having a really good day. Batting .566 on the season. She's only improved that number. Here's a chopper to third. There's a play at every bag. Fielded by the third baseman. Force out at home. Kennedy Lyon will be called out there. So a nice play by Strasburg-Franklin. Good wherewithal to know where to go. Get that runner at home. That's exactly what the third baseman, Addie Cibola, does. So the bases do remain loaded, but now 2 are away. As that goes into a 5-2 fielder's choice is how that will be scored. That's going to bring up Lindsay Schaefer, the first baseman. Schaefer walked back in the first inning, struck out in the second. On the season, she is batting .422 with a .446 on-base percentage. 38 hits on the year for Schaefer, 25 of which singles, 9 doubles, 2 triples. .35 RBI for Lindsay Schaefer this year. If she can get a hit in this particular moment, she's going to add to that count. She'll take strike 1. 0-1 the count. 6-0, the Lady Titans lead. Those 6 runs off of 7 hits. Here's a chopper, fielded deep in the hole by the shortstop over to first base. A nice stretch by Reifenschneider, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. Pretty good throw by the shortstop from Strasburg-Franklin, Hallie Argebright. It looked like the ball had gotten past the third baseman, and it had, but Argebright, where she should have been, backing up the third baseman, fields that ball where the infield dirt meets the grass. The long throw over to first baseman Reifenschneider, great stretch, and that will do it for the inning. But another run scored by the Lady Titans. Notre Dame now up 6-0 as we move on to the bottom of the third of this Girls Division 7 regional semifinal softball game from OU in Athens. You're listening to High School Softball on WIOI.
Roof, replacing that old broken concrete driveway? Then you need to call the professionals at Correll's Bulldog Containers. They have many sizes of containers to choose from. Whatever your next cleanup or project around your property, call Correll's Bulldog Containers. Open 6 days a week. Phone 574-4455. That's 574-4455. Locally owned and operated. Correll's Bulldog Containers.
For over 50 years, the Harrison Piles Funeral Home has been serving Southern Ohio. With that experience comes the knowledge of how to best help a family in their time of need. When the time arises, call Dave Piles at Harrison Piles Funeral Home, 11623 Gallia Street in Wheelersburg. Phone 740-574-2543. Harrison Piles Funeral Home is a proud supporter of our area's youth.
To the bottom of the third inning we go at OU in Athens, where the Notre Dame Lady Titans enjoy a 6-0 lead over Strasburg-Franklin in this Division 7 regional semifinal softball game. Due up for Strasburg-Franklin will be Addie Sunheimer, Sophia Seacrest, and then to the top of the order, Hallie Argebright, the 8, 9, and number 1 hitters. Sunheimer is the designated player. We'll see her bat for the first time today. She will take strike number 1. Ava Rush continuing to work in the circle For the Lady Titans, 3 strikeouts on the day, 192 on the season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be swung upon for strike number 2. So Rush quickly ahead in the count 0-2. Sundheimer batting 195 on the season. His pitch. A little upstairs, a little outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Sundheimer, in 41 at-bats, has logged 8 hits, 12 RBI. He's going to foul this one back off the netting near the third base dugout, which is where Strasburg-Franklin is located. The count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is 6-0. The Notre Dame Lady Titans lead. The winner of this one will advance to Saturday's regional championship game right back here in Athens at OU to take on the winner of Sims Valley and Conotton Valley. They will play later today right here on this field. This pitch swung upon, and this ball will land on top of the dugout. There on the third base side where Strasburg-Franklin is nestled. So again, we'll re-rack him, and the count will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Addie Sundheimer working hard here against Notre Dame starting pitcher Ava Rush in this at-bat. If you're just tuning in, Strasburg-Franklin is a 10-time state champion, more state titles in girls high school softball than any other school in the Buckeye State. This team three-peated just a few years back. Here's the pitch. And it's going to catch the outside corner for strike number 3. Strikeout number 4 today for Ava Rush, and number 193 on the season, and that brings up the number 9 hitter, Sophia Seacrest, the center fielder. Seacrest is batting .313 and 67 at-bats. She has logged 21 hits, 18 RBI. She's had 6 doubles, 3 triples, 1 home run, and knocked in 18 runs. First pitch, Ava Rush delivers to her, will miss for ball 1. Strasburg-Franklin three-peated in 2022, 23, and 24 before Notre Dame snapped that streak and won it all last year. But Notre Dame and Strasburg-Franklin did not meet in the postseason last year. Notre Dame has never defeated the Tigers in the histories of these 2 programs. They've combined to win the last 4 state titles. Here's strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this pitch is fouled back for strike number 2, making the count 1 ball, 2 strikes to Seacrest. Boy, softball in the Southern Ohio area is so good at this time. I mean, it's been good for a long while. I think that's evident by the run that Teresa Ruby's Weedersburg Lady Pirates have enjoyed over the last decade plus. That's a program that's won 3 of the last 4 state championships. But there are a lot of really good teams enjoying success. Sophia Seacrest fouls this pitch back. It'll stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count will. 6-0 is the score. Notre Dame leads Strasburg-Franklin here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Notre Dame, Weedersburg, and Valley all playing in the Sweet 16 in their respective divisions today. D5, D6, and D7 are represented between those 3 schools. This pitch swung upon, driven to right field, and the Notre Dame outfielders were playing up, and they're regretting that now. Going for a triple, a stand-up 3-bagger by the number 9 hitter, Sophia Seacrest, as she lofted that ball over the head of right fielder Jason Bryant, who was really playing in, as was the entire Notre Dame outfield, and boy, it burned him that go-around. The second hit of the day for Strasburg-Franklin. Both hits have been extra base hits, a double by Molly Reifenschneider back in the second, and now this triple by Sophia Seacrest. And the Tigers have a little something going here. At the top of the order we go. Here comes shortstop Hallie Argerbright. She was standing in there. Ava Rush taking a little bit more time than what Argerbright liked, and then Argerbright called a timeout and backed away. Now she digs back into the batter's boxes, and we play on. Here is a strike by Ava Rush with a fist pump to follow. We have seen that emotion from Ava Rush already in this game. She gets excited when she gets a bat at the swing and miss. 0-1 the count with the runner on third. 1 out. Here in the bottom of the third, squaring up the bunt is Arterbright. She peels back. She might have gotten a piece of that. It's going to be strike number 2. I believe she did. Just barely get the bat on it. Strike number 2 either way. 0-2 the count. Boy, a punch out here by Ava Rush would be big. With the runner standing over on third and only 1 away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from junior pitcher Ava Rush. And it is going to miss outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Arterbright, who on the season is batting .391. She has 18 RBI on the year. A good hit here, and she'll have 19. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. And are they going to say she got back on the check swing? Home plate umpire checks over at first base, and he says she did. Ooh, I don't think Notre Dame fans dig that. Wow. Arterbright able to get back, so the umpires deem, and the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Boy, that would have been a big strikeout there for Ava Rush had Notre Dame gotten that call. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. As Seacrest stands on third, and this one's fouled back. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. An intense moment here. Notre Dame up 6-0. The Lady Titans in a pretty comfortable position right now, but also bear in mind, Notre Dame has stranded 7 runners in this game. It's been good for the Lady Titans offensively, but there have been some more opportunities. It only takes one big play, one run, get things going, and this Strasburg-Franklin team has got a storied history behind it. This pitch swung upon and a foul tip. Count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. We saw the Notre Dame Lady Titans outfield playing shallow a few moments ago when Sophia Seacrest was at the plate. They have since moved back quite a ways. The 2-2 pitch from Ava Rush. It is in there for strike number 3, and another big fist pump by Ava Rush as she has another strikeout today. Her 5th of the afternoon. Strikeout number 194 on the season, and 2 are away. That brings up the catcher, Olivia Spidell. She's 0 for 1 today. She struck out back in the first inning. The coach's daughter, she squares up from the right side of the plate, waiting the pitch from Rush. And it is going to be low for ball number 1. Boy, if Notre Dame would manage to get out of this third inning without allowing that runner on third to score, what a big lift it would be for the Lady Titans. Notre Dame has not allowed a run in the postseason this year. Here's a drive to left field. It is going to be foul. Boy, what a rip there. Olivia Spidell giving that one a ride. It had the distance. Had it been about 4 feet to the right, that would have been a 2-run dinger. But thankfully for Notre Dame, it goes foul, and it is just a long strike, evening up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's how quickly it can change. Here is Ava Rush with the 1-1 deal. This one fouled back, and the catcher with a great effort. She was nearly able to catch it. That's Entler back there behind home plate, stretching out, laying out, diving for it, just out of her reach. But you got to love that hustle. Kate Entler, the catcher, what a game she has had. She is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, and she hit into a 5-2 fielder's choice in her last plate appearance. Defensively, we haven't talked a lot about her, and sometimes that's a good thing. That means everybody else, your pitcher and all the other fielders are doing a good thing. But she had a moment there, and she nearly made herself quite a highlight. Good effort by Kate Entler. Count is 1-2. Rush looking for that next strike, and it won't come on this pitch as it just misses outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Five strikeouts on the day for Ava Rush. 2-2 is the count here to Spidell, who just a few pitches ago nearly had herself a 2-run homer, but the ball went just foul over in the left field corner. It is 6-0 Notre Dame here in the bottom of the third inning of this D7 Sweet 16 matchup, and this pitch will be fouled out of play. So staying alive, BG style is Olivia Spidell, and the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. We've been here and done it before. And here's a blast in between the third baseman and the shortstop. This will be an RBI single for Olivia Spidell. Strasburg-Franklin on the board with that. 6-1 your new score. That was a really good battle there between Olivia Spidell, the number 2 hitter for Strasburg-Franklin, and Ava Rush, an 18-game winner, the Lady Titans ace in the circle. But Spidell comes through, and it is now 6-1. Madeline Whalen, she started the game playing first base, has since moved to pitcher. That move was made a third of the way through the first inning. She's been very solid in the circle since coming over to pitch in place of Miley Reifenschneider, who is on deck. Whalen, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Quick toss over to first after the pitcher had gotten the ball back to Ava Rush, and Notre Dame was trying to catch Spidell sleeping over there. Unsuccessful in doing so, but a nice idea. That first pitch, moments ago by Rush, found the mark. Strike number 1, 0-1 is the count. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Rush. Runner thinking about trying to steal. Entler looks her back. 0-2 to count. Boy, Olivia Spidell almost daring Notre Dame with that big leadoff she had after that pitch moments ago. Is she going to go or not? Here's strikeout number 6 for Ava Rush in 3 straight pitches. Whalen goes down. Strikeout number 195 on the season for Ava Rush. Strasburg-Franklin does get on the scoreboard, but the Lady Titans have a 6-1 lead as we move on to the 4th inning. This is Girls Regional Tournament Softball on WIOI.
Hi, I'm Jay Hash with Hope Source. Hope Source helps individuals and families.
Six to 1, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin in this Division 7 regional semifinal softball game. I'm Chuck Greenslate coming to you live today from Ohio University in Athens. What will be a busy, busy day for softball. 4 games on tap for today at this venue. After 2 games from Division 5 were washed out yesterday, they pushed those back to today along with the 2 Division 7 regional semifinals, which were already scheduled. Scioto County teams will be represented in the first 2 of the day. Notre Dame here leading by 5 over Strasburg-Franklin as we get set to begin the 4th inning. Wheelersburg will play Uricksville-Claymont around 2 o'clock in a D5 regional semifinal. Due up for Notre Dame here to begin the top half of the 4th inning will be Macy Ford, Ava Rush, and Bella Rush. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Whalen continues to pitch for Strasburg-Franklin after coming in to relieve Reifenschneider, and this first pitch misses for ball 1. Macy Ford is the center fielder. She will take ball number 2. Ford is 0 for 1 today. She hit into a 5-4 fielder's choice in her last plate appearance back in the 2nd inning. In the 1st inning, she got on board as a result of an error. She's ahead in the count 2-0. This pitch is going to be right down the pipe for strike number 1. 2-1 now the count to Macy Ford. Batting .424 on the season with a .541 on-base percentage. The 2-1 pitch will be a little low, just missing the strike zone. Ball number 3, 3-1, the count to Macy Ford. And the 3-1 pitch misses for ball number 4. So a leadoff walk for Macy Ford. She is on board for the second time today, and that will bring up the pitcher, Ava Rush, who is 1 for 3 with a single to left center in her first plate appearance back in the first inning. She grounded out to shortstop in her last at-bat, which was 2 innings ago in the second. We are in the top half of the 4th inning with Notre Dame leading Strasburg-Franklin 6-1. Rush, the number 6 hitter, pitching today for the Lady Titans. She will take ball number 1. Ava Rush is batting .451 with an on-base percentage of .481. 32 hits on the season to go along with her 18 wins in the circle. This pitch is going to be swung upon and hit out to left field, going in between the shortstop and the third baseman. And it's the second hit of the day for Ava Rush, almost at the same exact spot where she got her first one back in the first inning. Runners on first and second now for the Lady Titans with no outs. Here in the top of the 4th inning, Notre Dame already up by 5, leading 6-1. That'll bring up the second baseman, Bella Rush, the twin sister of Ava. We have a timeout taken by Strasburg-Franklin coach Tom Spidell. And it looks like he might be switching to his original pitcher. I mentioned earlier when that move was made that scenario could play out, and that's exactly how it's going to go. You don't see this all that often, but back to start the game, Miley Reifenschneider was pitching, and Madeline Whalen was playing at first base. The Notre Dame Lady Titans jumped all over the Tigers in the first inning, scoring 5 of their 6 runs in that first inning. Through just 1/3 of an inning, after 1 out, the move was made by Coach Spidell. He flipped Whalen and Reifenschneider as Reifenschneider went from pitcher over to first, Whalen going from first to pitcher. Now it looks like they're going to revert back to the original lineup. So Reifenschneider returns to the circle, and I would assume that Whalen will go back over to first base, so it only affects those 2 players. But very rarely do you see someone pulled from the circle in softball, the mound in baseball, move to a different position within the field and then return later in the game. That's exactly what's going to go down here. It was not a good first inning for Reifenschneider as Notre Dame jumped all over her. But let's see, after having a couple of innings to settle down a little bit and play over at first base, if she can rekindle some mojo in the circle. She's had a really good season for Strasburg-Franklin, a program that is very storied. We've talked about the 10 state championships throughout the day. This year's Tiger Club, 21-7 entering the game, the number 2 seed out of the East 1 district, co-champions of the Inter-Valley North League, sharing the league crown with Connaughton Valley. Reifenschneider on the season with a 2.35 ERA and a record of 14-5 in 23 appearances. That was her stat line entering today. Again, Notre Dame roughed her up early, but she now comes in for her second tour of duty in the circle. Up for the Lady Titans is Bella Rush, the second baseman. Notre Dame has put a courtesy runner out there for the pitcher, Ava Rush, and that is Candace Odie, a junior. She's going to run. She stands over at first base. This pitch by Reifenschneider misses for ball 1. And here comes the 1-0 delivery from Reifenschneider. It's going to be down the middle, but a little high, and that will be ball 2. 2-0 the count. Now, keep this in mind. Coach Spidell could have the option. He does have the option. He could reverse those 2 players back if he would choose to do so. Could move Reifenschneider back over to first, Whalen back into the circle. This pitch missing for, no, that one found the mark. We got an issue over between second and third, and somehow, some way, the runner for Notre Dame on second, Macy Ford, is going to get the third. Don't know exactly what happened there that got her in trouble, but boy, had Strasburg-Franklin played that cleanly, that would have been an out. But the ball got by Strasburg-Franklin. Macy Ford is going to advance. That will technically be an advancement as a result of an E4, I do believe. It could have been called on third baseman, but nevertheless, it's an advancement of the runner by an error. And now we have a steal as Odie is going to go down to second base. The catcher, Spidell, she thought about throwing down to second, but then looked back and made sure Ford went back to third. So that's been an interesting little turn of events here with the base running for Notre Dame. It's not necessarily been a thing of beauty, but effective. Here's a drive to left field. Caught. Macy Ford is going to tag. She's going to go for home plate, and she's going to get there. The throw was cut off by the pitcher, so no play at home. Another run scored by Notre Dame, and that makes it 7-1. I don't know if that's exactly how Coach Chad Ford drew all that up, but he'll take it. So give Bella Rush the sack fly when it's all said and done with. And now Notre Dame has a runner on second, one out, and a 6-run lead. That brings up Audrey Back, the number 8 hitter, who is 0 for 1 today. She walked back in the first inning and grounded out to the shortstop. Actually grounded into a fielder's choice, a 6-4 fielder's choice back in the third inning. Odie at second. The pitch just misses for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Audrey Back. She's batting .246 on the season with a .346 on-base percentage. She squares up to a bunt and then pills back, and that's going to be a called strike. 2-1 the count. So far for Notre Dame in this inning, a walk, a single, and a sac fly. And some interesting base running. A steal and a runner also advancing as a result of a throwing error on Strasburg-Franklin. Here is strike number 2. So Reifenschneider has fought back to even up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Audrey Back looking for her first hit of the game. And this pitch will be fouled out of play. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Audrey's last name is spelled B-A-C-H. A name that sometimes you see pronounced Bach, but her family calls it Back. Here is a chopper to third base, fielded over to first in time, and that will be out number 2. It goes 5-3 on the putout.
For the Titans, the third baseman, Kennedy Lyon.
That brings up the number 9 hitter for the Lady Titans, Kennedy Lyon. She has gotten on board in each plate appearance so far. She's technically 1 for 1 on the day, but she did reach as a result of an error back in the first inning and then singled to right field in the third. She'll take ball number 1 here. Kennedy Lyon, the number 9 hitter, but boy, when you look at her stat line, it doesn't resemble what you see out of a lot of 9 hitters. She is batting .563 with an on-base percentage of .609. Here's a chopper, foul ball down the third base line. Nice hands by Coach Shad Ford of the Notre Dame Lady Titans, the head coach who is coaching third base. He was able to field that cleanly over there, showing some athleticism. 1-1 the count. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and it is going to miss for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 7-1, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead in the top half of the 4th inning of this Girls Division 7 regional semifinal. This pitch misses outside and high, ball 3. 3-1 the count. This game started at noon. We've played 90 minutes already, and we might have another 30 to 45 minutes to play at the rate things are going. This is a game that has seemingly went fast, but the clock would not be in agreement with that assessment that I have. It hasn't lagged. There's just been a lot of action. There's been a few timeouts. There's been a couple pitching changes. And there's been some big innings and lengthy at-bats with several foul balls, like the one we just saw moments ago. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This pitch swung upon, missed, strike number 3. And that will end this inning for the Lady Titans. But another run for Notre Dame, and the Lady Titans extend their lead back to 6. 7-1 is the score. To the bottom of the 4th we go. This is Regional Tournament Softball on WIOI.
The best choice. Your internet experts with fiber fast efficiency. Generations of exceptional service. Stay connected with a legacy. Online at falcon1.net. Number, telephone, and TV. The local choice. The best choice.
The Melcher Hammer Funeral Home is located at 1417 Offnear Street in Portsmouth, right across the street from the historic Green Lawn Cemetery. The Melcher Hammer Funeral Home has been in business for 93 years. Cremation and prearranged funerals are available. Owner Matt Hammer would be honored if you would remember to let his family cater to your family during your time of grief. The Melcher Hammer Funeral Home, 1417 Offnear Street, Portsmouth.
7-1, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin as we move to the bottom of the 4th inning of this Division 7 regional semifinal, coming to you live from Ohio University in Athens. For Notre Dame in the top half of the 4th, 1 run off 1 hit, 1 runner left on board, and 1 error committed by Strasburg-Franklin. Due up for the Tigers here to begin the bottom of the 4th will be Miley Reifenschneider, Addie Cibula, and Rael Watkins. Reifenschneider started pitching, moved to first base, and has since moved back to the pitching circle. She is 1 for 1 today with a double back in the 2nd inning. That was a leadoff double. She'll try to lead off this 4th inning in the same fashion. She will take ball number 1 here as we get the bottom half of this 4th inning underway. Ava Rush continuing to pitch for Notre Dame, looking for win number 19 on the season. She has 6 strikeouts on the day, 195 total on the year. Here's the pitch, swung upon, a high drive to right center field, and it is caught by Jason Bryant, despite a collision out there between her and Macy Ford. How did she catch that? That was amazing. That looked like a wide receiver going out for a catch and getting drilled by a safety right at the time the ball got there. What an out by Jason Bryant. Man, oh man, she took a shot from Macy Ford and held on to it. Play of the day so far. Wow. That's going to go in the scoring book as an F9, and put an asterisk, a star, circle it, and underline it twice. And if I had a highlighter, I'd color it too. That was amazing. We talked earlier in the game what a stupendous athlete Jason Bryant is. She has the single game scoring record for the Notre Dame girls basketball team, and she broke that record twice in the same week this past winter. What a catch! Here comes Addie Cibula, the third baseman. She'll take ball 1. Man, I hope these Total Media cameras got that. That was absolutely an amazing play by Jason Bryant moments ago. Cibula awaiting the 1-0 pitch, and it is going to be just off the mark for ball number 2. Addie Cibula 0 for 1 today after flying out to the shortstop back in the 2nd inning. Cibula was named first team all-conference out of the Inter-Valley North, the junior. The 2-0 pitch, and it will miss for ball 3. So all of a sudden, Ava Rush, who has been on point today, having issues finding the strike zone. Cibula batting .419 on the season with 31 hits, 29 RBI. And this pitch is going to catch the outside corner for strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike to Addie Cibula. Rael Watkins, the second baseman, is due up for Strasburg-Franklin, trailing Notre Dame 7-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. This pitch swung upon and missed. Strike number 2. Count is full. Ava Rush battling back. After 3 balls, she delivers a pair of strikes, and the count is all full. The payoff by right-handed junior Ava Rush. Swung upon and fouled back. Count will remain full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll try it again. It is amazing how gorgeous the weather is here today in Athens after the rain, which poured down all around southern Ohio yesterday afternoon and on into the evening. Here comes the 3-2 delivery from Rush. Swung upon, and this is going to hit fair just beyond the first baseman. The ball just hit the grass and died after getting out of the infield only by a couple of feet, and that is going to be a base hit for Addie Cibola, and that is the 4th hit of the day for Strasburg-Franklin. I mentioned earlier that I spoke with some of the Notre Dame folks. It was assistant coach Brandon Entler. I asked him field conditions because this is a grass field here in Athens. And after all the rain yesterday, he said the infield was perfect, but the outfield a little wet, and we might have seen an indication of that with the way that ball died there once it hit. I mean, it just pretty much like a wedge on the golf course, stopped instantly. Strike 1 thrown to Rael Watkins from Ava Rush, making the count 0-1. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Notre Dame up by 6. 7-1 is the score. This pitch fouled back for strike number 2. Although it doesn't count for anything, props to Kate Entler, the Notre Dame catcher there moments ago, catching the ball after it ricocheted off the netting over top of the backstop. Showing hands and athleticism. She's had a good game today. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Ava Rush. And this pitch just outside for ball 1. Keegan Kramer, the left fielder, and number 7 hitter is due up for Strasburg-Franklin. Watkins 0 for 1 today with a strikeout back in the second inning, if I neglected to mention that. Here comes the 0-2 pitch, swung upon, and it's fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Boy, the runner, Addie Cibola, she was taken off there thinking a steal, but will have to return to first base after the ball was fouled. Ava Rush, I don't know if she's cleaning the ball on her pants or if that's a little bit of a nervous twitch as she gets ready to deliver the pitch. Might be a little bit of both. This pitch just going to miss outside for ball number 2, evening up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Watkins on the season, batting .293. The 2-2 pitch from Ava Rush. Swung upon, fouled back. A lengthy at bat here by Rael Watkins. A big thank you to all of our local sponsors making this broadcast possible today. We'll mention those folks here in just a moment. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung upon and missed. Strike number 3. Strikeout number 7 on the day for Ava Rush, and number 196 on the season. That brings up Keegan Kramer, the left fielder, and number 7 hitter. She's 0 for 1 today after flying out to left field back in the second inning. Addie Cibola over on first base. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Notre Dame leading Strasburg-Franklin 7-1 in this Sweet 16 matchup from OU and Athens. Oh, boy, a shot to the Notre Dame dugout. It got the Lady Titans to flinch over there as the ball hit on the netting right in front of the dugout, and then over to the first base coach of Strasburg-Franklin, who caught the ball off the ricochet. Strike 1. The 0-1 delivery. As Ava Rush taking her time in the circle. And maybe a little bit too much time to the liking of Keegan Kramer. She's going to call a timeout now and step outside the batter's box. Ava Rush was spending a lot of time getting prepped there, staring at that wristband, which has her pitches on there. The pitch is called in from the dugout. And now Rush gets into her windup. She will rock and deal, and this pitch is high. Entler going to throw to second base, going for the runner, and got her! Throw down! And the steal attempt at second base, gunned down. What a game by Entler behind the plate. That was a beautiful throw. She quickly got up into a throwing stance after the pitch was delivered by Ava Rush, and that's how the third out is posted by Notre Dame. 7-1 the score. Lady Titans lead. We are moving on to the fifth in this Division 7 regional semifinal from Athens. You're listening to High School Sports on WIOI. Seven to 1, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin in this Division 7 regional semifinal game, coming to you live today from Ohio University in Athens. For the Tigers, in the bottom half of the fourth inning. No runs, one hit, one runner left stranded. No errors committed by Notre Dame. The Lady Titans have been error-free so far in this contest. Jason Bryant is going to lead off the fifth for the Lady Titans, as Notre Dame is at the top of the order. The 1, 2, and 3 hitters coming up. That's Bryant, Alayla Sword, and Kate Entler. Bryant with that amazing catch out in right center as she caught the ball while colliding with teammate Macy Ford, but yet held on to make the catch and get the out in the last inning. Man, that was just absolutely incredible. I hope that makes its way, that video footage, all over Facebook and other social media outlets. Ryder Schneider is back in the circle. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung upon, foul back, strike one. 1-1 now at the count to Jason Bryant. Bryant is 1 for 3 today. She grounded out to the pitcher in her first plate appearance in the first inning. And then Notre Dame, during that big 5-run first inning, batted around. In Bryant's second first inning plate appearance, she flew out to first base. She got a single off the bunt back in the third inning. She's going to pop this one up here in foul territory, caught by the catcher from Strasburg-Franklin. That was a nice job by her to get over there and make that catch. That's Olivia Spidell, coach's daughter. We've seen some nice plays by both teams' catchers here in recent moments. That goes an F2 in the scoring book and brings up the shortstop, Alayla Sword. Sword is 1 for 2 today. She had a single in her first at-bat in the first inning. She got another plate appearance later on in the first and wound up striking out. She got on board as a result of an error in the third inning. So she has been on base on 2 separate occasions today. She'll take ball 1 here, 1-0 the count. This pitch swung upon and missed for strike 1. Boy, Alayla Sword was swinging for the fences there. Sword led Notre Dame in home runs last year. Set a single season school record. Home run count's a little bit down this year. She got 4 of them, but all in all, the body of work has been good. She's hitting .494. She's going to pop out to the third baseman here, and that will go as an F5 in the scoring book. So 2 up and 2 down quickly for the Notre Dame Lady Titans, who enjoy a 7-1 lead over Strasburg-Franklin here in the top half of the 5th inning of this Division 7 girls regional semifinal softball game, a Sweet 16 matchup, and that brings up Notre Dame catcher Kate Entler, who was able to get, and she's going to be hit by a pitch here. Got her on the arm, and she will make her way down to first base. She is the second Notre Dame batter today to be hit by a pitch. So the Lady Titans have another runner on board as Entler will go down to first. And let's see if she's going to stay there or get a courtesy runner. Again, pitchers and catchers can have courtesy runners in softball, and it looks like a courtesy runner will come in to run for Entler. And that is going to be Sophia Phillips, who has run for Entler a few times today. Entler now on base for the 3rd time today. She is 2 for 2 at the plate, pair of singles, 2 for 3, with a pair of singles. She hit into a fielder's choice back in the third inning, and then this hit by pitch I do not believe counts as an at-bat, much like a walk. Here's a drive to right field. The right fielder's had issues for Strasburg-Franklin, but she makes the catch here, and that will be the third out. That goes as an F9. So perhaps a little redemption there for the right fielder, Millie Richards, after a couple of errors earlier in the game that led to some Notre Dame runs. She makes a nice catch just moments ago. So for the Lady Titans in that game, no runs, no hits, one runner left stranded. The score stays 7-1 in favor of Notre Dame. Strasburg-Franklin coming to the plate in the bottom of the fifth. This is high school regional tournament softball on WIOI.
Buy one, get one 50% off bone-in wings. Enjoy your go-to wing flavors or try something new like our limited time flavors. Grab another wings lover in your life or enjoy them all yourself. We don't judge. Your new Tuesday ritual is here, and it's saucy. Ow! Head to the sports bar to get your wings on at participating locations. Not valid with other offers or discounts. See website or app for details. Haley Sanders is a senior band member from Green who is in the child care program at the Scioto County Career Technical Center. Haley, what do you like about the Scioto County CTC and your program?
It really helps me learn to deal with kids and helps me prepare for the future.
And what are your plans for after high school?
To be in special education teacher.
The Scioto County CTC, a proven past for building a better future.
High school softball today on WIOI, and the Total Media Sports YouTube channel is presented in part by the McKinley Funeral Home, Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, the Real Estate Gallery, Little Septic Service, Harris Floor Covering, the Parsley family-owned McDonald's Restaurants, the Melcher Hammer Funeral Home, the Glockner Family of Dealerships, Hope Source, Minford Telephone and TV, and Falcon One Internet, the Schmidt Family Restaurants, Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers and Buffalo Wild Wings, Barrett Mervyn Insurance, Harrison Piles Funeral Home, Mako Finish Products, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Clark's Pump and Shop, Correll's Bulldog Containers, Conley Trucking and Conley River Terminal, Call Your Home Medical, and the Scioto River. Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Strasburg-Franklin is Keegan Kramer. She's the left fielder. She was actually at bat when the third out of the last inning occurred when Kate Entler, the Notre Dame catcher, threw out a runner trying to steal second base. So Keegan Kramer back to the plate, and right now the count is 1-1. First pitch to her was a ball. Second pitch was fouled beyond the first base dugout, just as this most recent pitch is. So back-to-back foul balls over the first base dugout where Notre Dame is for Keegan Kramer, and she is now behind in this count. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Ava Rush continues to deal for the Lady Titans. Looking for win number 19 on the season is Ava Rush. Kramer 0 for 1 today, flying out to left field back in the second inning. This pitch misses for ball number 2, evening up the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 7-1 is the score. The Notre Dame Lady Titans leading Strasburg-Franklin here in the bottom of the fifth inning of this Division VII regional semifinal game. Notre Dame, the defending D7 state champs, looking for the school's first win over Strasburg-Franklin, a team that won 3 consecutive state championships from 2022 through 2024 and knocked off Notre Dame in the postseason en route to all 3 of those state titles. Certainly a nemesis for Notre Dame. The Lady Titans trying to get over a big hump here today. They did that last year when they won the state title, but Notre Dame and Strasburg-Franklin did not meet last season in postseason tournament play. And here is another strikeout by Ava Rush, and a fist pump to go along with it.
Thank you for your cooperation. Now batting for the Tigers.
That's 8 of them today for Ava Rush. Wanted to count to make sure. That would be 197 on the season. She certainly has a chance to log her 200th K before this game is through. That brings up the number 8 hitter, Addie Sunmeyer, the designated player. She struck out in her first plate appearance, which was back in the third inning. She'll swing away here from the left side of the plate and does not connect. Strike 1. Sophia Seacrest is on deck for Strasburg-Franklin. The Tigers with their 7, 8, and 9 hitters up in this inning. This pitch misses outside for a ball. evening up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ava Rush in the circle with a foot on the rubber, getting into her pitching motion. She lets the ball fly and a little slap shot over into foul territory, foul ball. Ball hitting the netting over top of the third base dugout where Strasburg-Franklin is positioned. That'll be strike number 2, making the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both of these teams were well represented as far as all conference players within their respective conferences. Strasburg-Franklin out of the Inter-Valley North, Notre Dame out of the Southern Ohio Conference Division I. Here's another foul ball, this one out of play beyond the third base side. Count will stay 1-2. For Strasburg-Franklin, Miley Reifenschneider, Addie Cibula, and Olivia Spidell, all first-team all-conference selections. Ella Gilkerson, the injured catcher for the Tigers, received second-team honors, and Hallie Argabright was named honorable mention. Here is a shot back to the pitcher, caught by Ava Rush for the out. Rush has been so good in the circle today, pitching, 7 strikeouts, and here she shows the athleticism to reach over and make the quick catch on the shot. The line drive right back at her, F1 on the scorecard, and 2 are away. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Sophia Seacrest. Had a triple in her first plate appearance, her only other plate appearance, which is back in the third inning. And that was over the head of Ava Rush out in right field. She was playing shallow then. She isn't now. She has seen what Seacrest is capable of, and Coach Shad Ford having his outfielders playing back. Sometimes you scout, and things just go against the norm. And I'm sure that's what that situation had to be. There was a reason those Notre Dame outfielders were up the first time Seacrest was at the plate. 1-0 the count. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. It's going to be fouled back out of play. That'll go as strike number 1, evening up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Notre Dame had several players recognized by the Southern Ohio Conference. Ava Rush, Kate Entler, Jason Bryant, all named first-teamers. Kennedy Lyon and Bella Rush named second-team all-conference. Kate Entler, player of the year in the SOC. Pitcher of the year, Ava Rush, and Shad Ford, coach of the year. Notre Dame again, SOC Division I champs. Off-speed pitch by Ava Rush. Gets Seacrest to chase it. And she is certainly off with her timing. Misses the mark. Strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Here in the bottom half of the 5th inning with Notre Dame leading 7-1 in this D7 regional semifinal. This pitch, it's going to be a little bit low, missing the mark. Ball number 2. Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes to Seacrest, the number 9 hitter. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Notre Dame so far in postseason play, including the 7-1 score we have right now, outscoring its opposition 35-1. Here is a shot to right center field, and that one's going to get down just over the head of the second baseman and in front of right fielder and center fielders, Jasa Bryant and Macy Ford, respectively. That ball hit there in no person's land, right in the middle of that triangle between the center fielder, right fielder, and the second baseman. A base hit for Sophia Seacrest, number 9 hitter for the Tigers, having the most success today offensively. She's 2 for 2 now. That brings Strasburg-Franklin to the top of the order. Hallie Argabright, the shortstop, 0 for 2 today. We'll dig into the batter's box awaiting the pitch from Ava Rush, and this pitch just misses high and outside for ball number 1. So as mentioned, Argabright, a freshman, received honorable mention all conference from the Inter-Valley Northern Division. Strike number 1 delivered to Ava Rush, the SOC Division I pitcher of the year from this past 2026 spring. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 2 outs, runner on first base, 7-1 the score. Notre Dame leads. Here is a chopper. It's going to get down, fielded by the third baseman Lyon, over to first, but not in time. Boy, that ball just looked very, very wonky coming off the bat. I thought it was going to go deeper than it did. I first thought the shortstop was going to have a play at it, Alayla Sword, but The ball went up high and then just kind of died and fell straight down. Off the bounce, Lyon was able to field it cleanly, but so much time had passed by the time the ball actually hit the ground and bounced to Lyon that the runner was able to safely reach first base. So now Strasburg-Franklin with a little something going here in the bottom of the fifth, trailing 7-1. The Tigers have runners on first and second with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Olivia Spidell, who is 1 for 2 today with a single to left field back in the third inning. If you recall, she had quite an at-bat. That was an unbelievable battle back in the third between Spidell at the plate and Ava Rush in the circle. Spidell almost had herself a 2-run homer. The ball went over the fence over in the left field corner, just out of bounds by about 4 to 5 feet. One swing of the bat here can change this game immensely, and I'm sure that Coach Shadford Notre Dame knows that. Olivia Spidell will take ball 1. Listening to some of the folks from the Strasburg-Franklin radio and video stream crew sitting to my left, one of the color commentators said they being Notre Dame, might not give Spidell anything to hit. And that would probably be a very wise decision. This pitch is going to be high, ball number 2. Olivia Spidell batting .520 on the season. Best batting average on the team. 8 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. It's inside and low, ball 3. A walking miss Spidell might not be that bad of a thing for Notre Dame. Bases would be loaded, but that would bring up Madeline Whalen, the number 3 hitter, who has struck out twice today and is 0 for 2. You almost wonder if Coach Shadford contemplated the notion of purposely walking Spidell. Here comes that last pitch was a called strike, 2-1, and here's a line drive to Lyon at third base. What a play. Kennedy Lyon quickly gets the glove up and makes the catch for out number 3. F5 is how it will be scored. Again, to correct myself, that was a 2-1 pitch, and then a line drive right to Kennedy Lyon at third base. She makes that catch for the 3rd out, and the score stays 7-1 in favor of the Notre Dame Lady Titans. A couple hits for Strasburg-Franklin in this inning. 2 runners left stranded, no Notre Dame errors, and the score remains 7-1 Lady Titans. To the 6th inning we go. This is Regional Tournament Softball on WIOI.
Their mouth-watering hickory smoked chicken or delicious country-style ribs. You can come in and dine inside. Try their newly expanded 4-season dining porch. Or call ahead for curbside to carry out and take home at 740-353-9329. The Scioto River, 1026 Gallia Street, Portsmouth, Ohio.
The Glockner family of dealerships offers the top brands: Chevrolet, GMC, Honda, Toyota, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. Glockner has an amazing selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Ask about the Glockner Guarantee. 12-month, 12,000-mile new vehicle premier coverage and 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage included on qualifying used makes and models. Shop online at Glockner.com. At Glockner, we make it easy.
7-1, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin as we get set to begin the top half of the 6th inning from Ohio University in Athens. Thank you so much. Gentleman just came over and handed me my wallet that had slipped out of my pocket and fallen onto the floor beside of me. There's not a whole lot of money in there, but what's there I might need at some point or another. Appreciate that. I have been on the edge of my seat a lot in this game, squirming around a little bit, which maybe forced that billfold to wiggle out of my back pocket. Leading off this inning for Notre Dame is Macy Ford. First pitch to her was a strike. This one a ball. Count now even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Macy Ford is the center fielder. She's looking for her first hit today, but she has got on board actually all 3 times that she's been up to bat. She got on in the first inning as a result of an error. Hit into a fielder's choice in the second inning, but she wound up getting on. and then walked back in the 4th inning. She will swing away here and not connect. Strike number 2, 1-2 now. The count to the coach's daughter, Macy Ford. Macy Ford batting .424 on the season. She will foul this pitch away. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ford, a senior, playing in center field today, but she has played in the infield at various different times. Second base, first base. She's going to swing away here. A grounder to third, picked up, thrown over to first in time. That goes 5-3 on the putout, and that is out number 1 here in the top half of the 6th inning for Notre Dame. Good play by third baseman Addie Cibula of Strasburg-Franklin, fielding that ball cleanly and getting the ball over to Madeline Whalen. Miley Reifenschneider continues to pitch for Strasburg-Franklin. Started out the game pitching, moved over to first base, and has since been moved back. She's now going to face Ava Rush, the Notre Dame pitcher, so it's pitcher-on-pitcher crime here in the top half of the 6th inning. Rush is the number 6 hitter for the Lady Titans. She is 2 for 3 today with a pair of singles, 1 to left center, 1 to left field, and in between those 2 hits, she grounded out to shortstop. So all of her hits have gone that left center direction. Count even to Ava Rush, 1 ball, 1 strike. Rush batting .451 on the season with a .481 on base percentage. That was prior to the start of this game. She's improved those numbers a bit. This pitch fouled back. Strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count to Ava Rush. She has been good in the circle today. Not bad at bat, but very good in the circle. Has only surrendered 1 run. 8 strikeouts. This pitch misses. Ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Rush. Ava Rush digs in, awaits the 2-2 pitch. This will be swung upon and fouled over off of the third base dugout. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Found out a few weeks back that Bain Silva, a longtime official of high school sports around Southern Ohio, mostly football and basketball. I don't know if he ever did baseball and softball or not, but Bain is the grandfather of Ava and Bella Rush, the twin sisters. Here is a drive to left field. Left fielder gets underneath it, makes the catch. That'll go as an F7 on the scorecard, and that is Keegan Kramer getting underneath the ball to make that reception. So 2 are away for Notre Dame here in the top of the 6th inning. The Lady Containers, Clark's Pump and Shop, the Scioto County Career Technical Center, Mako Finish Products, Harrison Piles Funeral Home, the Barrett Murphy Insurance Agency, the Schmidt Family Restaurants, Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburgers, as well as Buffalo Wild Wings, the Minford Telephone and TV Company, as well as Falcon One Internet, Hope Source, the Glockner family of dealerships, the Melcher family funeral home, McDonald's, Harris Floor Covering, Little Septic Service, the Real Estate Gallery, Portsmouth Block and Portsmouth Building Supply, as well as the McKinley Funeral Home in Lucasville. 7-1, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin in this D7 regional semifinal, coming to you live from Ohio University in Athens. Madeline Whalen leads off the bottom of the 6th inning for Strasburg-Franklin. She's looking at a 1-1 count now as Ava Rush continues to work for the Lady Titans. Whalen is 0 for 2, having struck out twice. She's going to foul a ball out of play beyond the third base line. That makes the count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Into the press box as soon as possible. We sure appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Miley Reifenschneider is on deck with Addie Cibula in the hole. A 6-run lead for the Notre Dame Lady Titans. Pitch from Rush, outside for a ball. Nice stop by Entler. 2-2 the count. One more at-bat for Strasburg-Franklin after this current one, as we are in the bottom of the 6th. High school games go 7 innings. Unless there's a mercy rule, a 10-run rule. That's certainly not in play here at the moment. This pitch outside, ball number 3, count is full. Ava Rush looking for her 9th strikeout of the day. Again, Whalen has struck out twice. With a 7-1 lead, Notre Dame on top. Here comes the payoff pitch from the SOC Division I Pitcher of the Year, Ava Rush. And this one's going to catch the outside corner for that 3rd strike. Strikeout number 9 on the afternoon for Ava Rush. That would be number 198 on the season.
For the Tigers, the pitcher, number 14, Miley Reifenschneider.
What a day for Ava Rush. Here's Miley Reifenschneider due up. She is 1 for 2 today with a double back in the 2nd inning to right center and a fly out to right field back in the 4th. She takes ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that one hit about 5 feet in front of the plate. Haven't seen that today from Ava Rush. That one just got away from her. I'm sure that would have knocked down all the pins at the bowling alley, but it's going to be ball number 2 here. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. Blasted, foul ball down the 3rd base line. That'll be strike 1. 2-1 now the count. What an interesting day for Reifenschneider. A 14-game winner as a pitcher, starting off the day pitching and then just struggling in the 1st inning when Notre Dame exploded for 5 runs in the top half of the 1st, got moved over to first base, and then a few innings later got moved back over to pitch. Had that big leadoff double in the 2nd inning and wound up not being able to get driven home. And then the blast to right field a couple innings ago was where Jason Bryant had that tremendous catch as she was colliding with Macy Ford. This pitch will be swung upon and hit high out of play beyond the 3rd baseline. I think Reifenschneider on that particular foul ball right there just showing you the power that she has if given the right opportunity. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reifenschneider was in the batter's box, pulled out, took a TO, and now digs back in. She's hitting .416 on the season. Certainly capable of going yard is Reifenschneider. Here comes the 2-2 delivery from Ava Rush. It's high for a ball. Count is full. Reifenschneider to go along with that .416 batting average. Several multiple base hits, extra base hits, including 6 doubles, 3 triples, 4 home runs, and 34 RBI, which is the most on the team. She'll foul this pitch back. She remains alive. Count stays 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You look at those batting stats by Reifenschneider, and then you compare them to the pitching stats compiled this season by Ava Rush. 9 strikeouts today, 198 on the season, an ERA of just over 1.5, and 18 wins on the season for Rush. Here's the pitch, the payoff, low, ball 4. And Reifenschneider walks and is on board. That brings up Addie Cibula, the third baseman, who is 1 for 2 today. She flew out to shortstop in the second and then singled to right field back in the 4th. That is the first walk of the day by Ava Rush. So Reifenschneider is going to exit the game to give way to a courtesy runner as Addie Cibula gets set to bat. Peyton Martin is the courtesy runner for the Tigers. Here's the pitch to Cibula from Ava Rush, and that is going to be inside for ball 1. Wheelersburg Lady Pirates will play the next game. It was slated to begin at 2, but this game going a little long for various different reasons. Just a very competitive game. This pitch swung upon by Cibula, fouled back over top of the catcher. Strike 1, 1-1 now the count to Cibula. With Peyton Martin standing down on first base, courtesy running for the pitcher, Miley Reifenschneider. One ball, 1 strike, the count. 7-1 Notre Dame leads. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. This pitch is going to catch the outside corner for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Winner of this one will return to Athens here at Ohio University on Saturday at 2:30 to play the winner of the game between Sims Valley and Conotton Valley a little later today here at this venue. This pitch is going to just miss outside for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rael Watkins, the second baseman, on deck for Strasburg-Franklin. 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3, count is full. So all 3 batters that Ava Rush has faced so far this inning from Strasburg-Franklin, Madeline Whalen, Miley Reifenschneider, and Addie Cibula, have gotten it to a full count. Ava Rush struck out the first and walked the second one. Let's see how this full count goes. Pitch swung upon. It is a high drive, but will not get out of the infield, caught by the second baseman. The ball went higher in the air than it did distance-wise, and Notre Dame second baseman Bella Rush is able to slide over and make the catch for out number 2. That'll go as F4 on the scorecard, and that will bring up the second baseman for Strasburg-Franklin, Rael Watkins. She's 0 for 2 today, having struck out twice. One of those Ks occurred in the second inning and the other in the 4th. Watkins, a right-handed hitter, awaiting the pitch from the right-handed Ava Rush. This pitch going to be a little high and outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Watkins batting .293 entering this contest. Bella Rush going to take her mask off for a moment. Get a breath, wipe some perspiration off. Now she'll get back into the circle. Gets ready to deliver this 1-0 pitch with a runner on first. Here's the delivery, swung upon, fouled back, and that's going to just get over the stands. Actually, one of the fans or media members up here got a hand on it, but couldn't corral it. That goes to strike number 1, 1 ball, 1 strike the count. The 1-1 pitch. Swung upon and missed for strike number 2. A fastball there by Ava Rush, who certainly is very intense in the circle, showing a lot of emotion. The 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Rush looking for her 10th strikeout of the afternoon. That would take her to 199 on the season. Meanwhile, Raelle Watkins looking for what would be her 18th hit of the season. Here is a lofted shot to shortstop. Caught for out number 3. And the Notre Dame Lady Titans have to step up defensively as Strasburg-Franklin has just one more at-bat left in this contest, barring extra innings. That was Alayla Sword, the shortstop, making that catch for the Lady Titans. 7-1, Notre Dame leads. This is high school regional tournament softball on WIOI.
Home Medical, now with offices at 1661 State Route 522 Wheelersburg, as well as at 146 South Carroll Malone Boulevard, Grayson. Call Berg at 740-574-0327. Phone the Grayson office to make an appointment at 740-981-6343. Call your Home Medical. Josie and Carly and all the gang at Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal wish the best to our local athletes. In business since 1975, Conley Trucking will do both commercial and residential work, hauling everything from gravel to grain. The next time you need fill dirt or limestone, contact Conley Trucking and the Conley River Terminal. Phone 740-776-7634. For a quote, email conleytrucking@frontier.com. And again, Josie and Carly wish all area athletes the best of luck.
The Notre Dame Lady Titans are coming to the plate, leading 7-1 as we prepare to begin the top half of the 7th inning from Ohio University in Athens. I'm Chuck Greenslate. Thank you so much for tuning or viewing today's regional tournament softball game. Those of you listening on the radio, we're on 92.1 FM WIOI Portsmouth. And we want to say also hello and thank you to all who are watching on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel. Leading off this inning for Notre Dame will be Audrey Back. She was up to bat when the third out of the last inning took place with the catcher for Strasburg-Franklin, Spidell, throwing down and getting the Notre Dame base runner, Bella Rush, who was at third. Here's one fouled into the stands. That makes it an 0-2 count to Audrey Back. Seven to 1 the score. A 6-run lead for the Notre Dame Lady Titans. Notre Dame scored 5 of those 7 runs in the first inning. This pitch just misses for ball 1. Back looking for her first hit of the day. She did walk back in the first inning. Hit into a fielder's choice in the third. And grounded out third. Back in the fourth. Here's a foul ball down the third base line. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to Back. Audrey Back, a sophomore, batting from the right side of the plate. She started to go here and then quickly pulled back, wisely so, as that pitch misses the mark outside for ball number 2, evening up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're in the top half of the 7th inning, with the Lady Titans leading by 6. Sweet 16 contest, this pitch. High and outside, ball number 3, count is full. Miley Rivenschneider continues to pitch for Strasburg-Franklin. If you're just tuning in, she started out the game in the circle, and then after just 1 out in the first inning, she got moved first, and then a few innings later got moved back over to the pitcher's position. She's going to get herself a strikeout here as Audrey Back goes down swinging. And one is away for Notre Dame. That brings up the number 9 hitter, Kennedy Lyon, who is 1 for 2 today. She had a single back in the 3rd inning, struck out in the 4th. She reached as a result of an error back in the 1st inning. She was 2 for 2 in Notre Dame's district championship win over Clay last Thursday and had an inside-the-park home run in that contest. She's going to drive the ball deep to center field and will be caught for out number 2. The wind had just picked up prior to Lyon getting into the batter's box. I don't know if that influenced that ball a little bit, making it go deeper into the outfield or drift a little bit over toward left field. That was a nice play by the center fielder from Strasburg-Franklin, Sophia Seacrest, who was able to make the catch. So that brings Notre Dame to the top of the batting order. Here's the right fielder, Jason Bryant, who had maybe one of the greatest catches that I have seen in a long, long time earlier in this contest, colliding with center fielder Macy Ford as she was making that catch and held on to it. She is going to take ball number 1. Jason Bryant, a tremendous athlete. Most would probably agree that basketball is her primary sport. She was the leading scorer for the Lady Titans this past season. She's a very solid softball player as well, and she's got herself a base hit here, a grounder right up the middle. And the speedy Jason Bryant is on board with a 2-out single here in the top half of the 7th inning. Her second hit of the day. She got one with a beautiful bunt back in the 3rd inning. She is 2 for 5 this afternoon. And that brings up the shortstop, Alayla Sword. Sword is 1 for 3. Had a single in the 1st inning to left center. A shot that went just in between the shortstop and the 3rd baseman. Sword will take ball number 1. She struck out later on in the 1st inning, got on board as a result of an error in the 3rd, and flew out to 3rd base in the 5th. This pitch will be a little high and inside. A little chin music there, ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The count to Alayla Sword. Kate Entler, the catcher, is due up for Notre Dame, but the Lady Titans should manage to get to her. This pitch fouled back for strike 1. 2-1 the count as Jason Bryant stands down on first base. Again, Scioto County has 3 teams playing in the Sweet 16 today. Notre Dame right now, Wheelersburg right here on this field in a little while against Claymont. The Valley Lady Indians are playing at Pickerington later today. This pitch is fouled back. Strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Eastern Pike out of the SOC is playing today, softball-wise in the regional tournament, as is Sims Valley. Winner of this one might play Sims Valley in the regional championship back here in Athens on Saturday. Sims Valley and Connaughton Valley meet later this afternoon here at OU. This pitch misses for ball number 3. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. SOC representing well. Scioto County and the Southern Ohio Conference. This pitch swung up on miss, strike number 3, and that is out number 3 for the Lady Titans. So, Strasburg-Franklin down to its final at-bat, trailing by 6. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Lady Titans up 7-1. This is Regional Tournament Softball on WYOI.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hawk, the owner of Real Estate Gallery. I'm inviting you to contact any of our professional realtors for all of your real estate needs, or visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Real Estate Gallery, we'll be there every step of the way. Real Estate Gallery.
Visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
The McKinley Funeral Home has built a reputation for service over the years. Folks in this area know that the McKinley Funeral Home is a proud member of the Lucasville community. In your hour of need, you'll find them compassionate and caring, serving families in our area since 1937. That's the McKinley Funeral Home. Call them in your hour of need. The McKinley Funeral Home, Lucasville, since 1937.
7-1, the Notre Dame Lady Titans lead Strasburg-Franklin as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. For Notre Dame in the top half of the 7th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left stranded, no errors committed by the Tigers. If Strasburg-Franklin is going to rally in this game, trailing by 6 in the final inning, it's going to be up to the 7, 8, and 9 hitters to get it started. Those are the ones due up for Strasburg-Franklin. That's Keegan Kramer, Addie Sundheimer, and Sophia Seacrest. Here is Kramer to get it started. The pitch by Ava Rush to get this at-bat underway is going to catch the outside corner for strike number 1. Oh, and 1 the count. The winner here returns to Athens on Saturday for a 2:30 pitch. This pitch will just miss for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. For those of you listening on radio, 92.1 FM WIOI, the local Happenings app, or on the Total Media Group website. Just keep on listening. We'll have the Wheelersburg and Claymont game coming up a little bit later. We'll keep coverage continues. Our post-game here, we'll go right into our pregame for that one. And again, for those of you watching on the Total Media Sports YouTube channel, there will be a fresh link for the Wheelersburg softball game. Just go to the YouTube browser and type in Wheelersburg v. Claymont. This pitch misses for ball number 2. 2-1 is the count. This pitch swung up on and missed. Strike number 2. Count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nine strikeouts today for Ava Rush, 198 on the season. This pitch going to be a little high and outside for ball number 3. Count is full. Boy, almost every batter that Ava Rush has faced over the last inning plus has wound up getting to a full count. Here's payoff. High, ball number 4. So maybe a little surge of hope and belief given to Strasburg-Franklin there, getting the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th on board. A couple of the Notre Dame outfielders are going to swap spots. Jason Bryan is going to go from right field over to left field. And the Lady Titan left fielder, Avery Back, has gone to right field. They just swap spots. Here's Chopper picked up by the pitcher. Rush over to first base in time for out number 1. There goes 1-3 on the put out. Good quickness there by Ava Rush to get to that ball. And a nice job by the Lady Titans first baseman, Lindsey Schaefer. Pass was a little low. Schaefer was able to dig it out and keep a foot on the bag for the first out of this inning. So Notre Dame is 2 outs away from advancing to the Elite 8. That brings up the number 9 hitter for the Tigers. It's center fielder Sophia Seacrest, who is 2 for 2 today. The number 9 hitter for the Tigers is the only player on the Strasburg-Franklin roster with multiple hits today. She had a triple back in the 3rd and a single in the 5th. Both went toward right center. First pitch was in there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. It's fouled back. Strike number 2. 0-2 the count to Seacrest. Keegan Kramer standing on second base. Strasburg-Franklin will go to the top of the lineup after Seacrest at bat. Hallie Argerbright, the shortstop, on deck. 7-1 is the score. Notre Dame leads. Here is a little slap shot to right field. It's going to get down. Picked up off of the bounce by Jason Bryan. She throws over to first base. Gets by Schaefer. A run is going to score. And the runner will be safe on second. So that makes it 7-2. So Strasburg-Franklin still with a faint heartbeat. Seacrest, the number 9 hitter, 3 for 3 today. She gets the single, and then the run scores on the error, and that's the first Notre Dame error of the day. So Seacrest is safe at second. And that brings up Hallie Argerbright. This pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Notre Dame needs 2 more outs. Here's the pitch. Swung up on and missed for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the new count to Argerbright. She is 1 for 3 today. She grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd, and singled to left center in the 5th. Argerbright batting .391 on the season with 18 RBI. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swung upon. A shot to center field. Macy Ford comes up, makes the catch for out number 2. Runner will stay at second. F8 is how it will be scored. And that brings up Olivia Spidell, the catcher, who's got some serious pop in her bat. She is 1 for 3 today. She struck out in the first, singled to left field in the third, and flew out to third base in the fifth. Spidell is Coach Tom Spidell's daughter. She is batting .520 on the season. First pitch is in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Seven to 2, Notre Dame leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 7th. Strasburg-Franklin down to its last out. This pitch, high and outside for a ball. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner on second for Strasburg-Franklin. That's Seacrest. Spidell waiting the 1-1 pitch. Ava Rush making her think about it. Here's the delivery. Swung upon, foul back, and that will go over top of the dugout. A long strike. 1-2 now, the new count to Spidell. And this could be the final pitch of the game. First baseman Lindsay Schaefer comes over to give pitcher Ava Rush a high five and say, let's go. One more pitch, perhaps. Rush looks at her wristband after getting the pitch call. Relayed from the dugout. Foot on the rubber, gets into her windup. The delivery is going to be just off target for ball number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. The count to Olivia Spidell. So much tradition for both of these programs. Strasburg-Franklin, 10 times state champions. They three-peated in 2022, 23, and 24. That streak was broken last year when Notre Dame captured its first state title. These two did not meet in the postseason last year. Here's a blast left field, but into foul territory. Off of the fencing and netting around the bullpen area over in the left field corner. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes to Spidell. Madeline Whalen is due up if Strasburg-Franklin gets to her. 2 are away. Here in the bottom of the 7th, Notre Dame needs 1 more out to wrap it up. Leading 7-2. Here's the pitch. Blowing inside, ball 3, count is full. So many folks from the Portsmouth area have made the trip to watch the Notre Dame Lady Titans. So many Wheelersburg fans already here, awaiting the Lady Pirates game. Here comes the payoff from Ava Rush. It is inside ball 4. Runners on first and second now for Strasburg-Franklin. That is just the 3rd walk of the game for Notre Dame pitcher Ava Rush, and that brings up Madeline Whalen, the first baseman, who pitched for a couple innings for Strasburg-Franklin earlier in the game. She's 0 for 3 today, having struck out 3 times. 9 of Ava Rush's strikeouts, a third of them have been Whalen. Here's a pass ball that's going to allow both base runners to advance a base. Second goes to third, first goes to second. On the pass ball, it was a low pitch, and it just got away from Entler somewhat. And that puts runners in scoring position. 7-2 is the score. The pitch was a ball. 1-0 is the count to Whalen. Here comes the 1-0 delivery with runners on second and third. This pitch swung upon. A line drive to the second baseman. She makes the catch, and the Notre Dame Lady Titans prevail 7-2. Great job by Notre Dame second baseman Bella Rush catching that line drive. I think she took a little bit of the ball on her thumb, but she was able to glove it, secure it, and Notre Dame gets the 5-run win. And for the second straight year, the Lady Titans will be playing in a regional championship game. The Lady Titans, for the first time in school history, knock off Strasburg-Franklin. For Notre Dame, The Lady Titans improved to 25-4 on the season. That is win number 19 on the year for Lady Titan pitcher Ava Rush, who was really good throughout the course of this entire contest. Good season for Strasburg-Franklin as the Tigers wrap up with a record of 21 wins and 8 losses, but their season ends here today in the Sweet 16. So Coach Chad Ford's Lady Titans will return to Ohio University in Athens this Saturday for a 2:30 first pitch, as Notre Dame will take on the winner of Sims Valley and Connaughton Valley, who will meet here at OU later today. We'll talk much more about this 7-2 Notre Dame Lady Titans win as our continuous coverage rolls along on 92.1 FM WIOI, taking you right up to the next game we will be bringing you between the Wheelersburg Lady Pirates and the Uricksville Claymont Mustangs in a Division V regional semifinal game. Congrats again to Notre Dame. The Lady Titans prevail here today 7-2. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. This is High School Regional Tournament Softball on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Thinking about a home cleanup project, putting on a new roof, replacing that old broken concrete driveway? Then you need to call the professionals at Correll's Bulldog Containers. They have many sizes of containers to choose from. Whatever your next cleanup or project around your property, call Correll's Bulldog Containers. Open 6 days a week. Phone 574-4455. That's 574-4455. Locally owned and operated. Correll's Bulldog Containers.
For over 50 years, the Harrison Piles Funeral Home has been serving Southern Ohio. With that experience comes the knowledge of how to best help a family in their time of need. When the time arises, call Dave Piles at Harrison Piles Funeral Home, 11623 Gallia Street in Wheelersburg. Phone 740-574-2543. Harrison Piles Funeral Home is a proud supporter of our area's youth.
Hi, I'm Jay Hash with Hope Source. Hope Source helps individuals and families live complete, meaningful, and happy lives. We offer a full array of high-quality mental health and addiction treatment services to meet the individual needs of every person we serve. In every interaction, we provide the care we would expect for our closest friends or loved ones. No matter your situation, there is hope. For information, check out our website at hopesourcetreatment.com. Find us on Facebook or call 740-353-HOPE.
Mako Finished Products, located in the Balzer Industrial Park in Lucasville, processes automotive parts with precision CNC equipment. You may actually be driving a vehicle that has a part they made. At Mako, highly trained workers, many of whom trained at the Scioto County Career Technical Center's Ramtech training facility located nearby, make precision parts using advanced technologies. Mako Finished Products wishes the best to all local teams.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hawk, the owner of Real Estate Gallery. I'm inviting you to contact any of our professional realtors for all of your real estate needs, or visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Real Estate Gallery, we'll be there every step of the way. Real Estate Gallery.
Visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Have you always wanted a nice outdoor living space for cooking and entertaining? Well, let the professionals at Portsmouth Block turn that dream into a reality. Their qualified team can help you from design through construction. Portsmouth Block has over 75 Provia manufactured stone colors and profiles to choose from. Provia manufactured stones are hand colored to ensure that they are as close to the real thing as possible. You're sure to find the perfect stone that complements your home. Partner with the design experts at Portsmouth Block, 2700 Gallia Street in Portsmouth, and enjoy your outdoor living space like never before.
Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice. Your internet experts with fiber fast efficiency. Generations of exceptional service. Stay connected with a legacy. Online at falcon1.net. Minford Telephone and TV, the local choice, the best choice.
The McKinley Funeral Home has built a reputation for service over the years. Folks in this area know that the McKinley Funeral Home is a proud member of the Lucasville community. In your hour of need, you'll find them compassionate and caring, serving families in our area since 1937. That's the McKinley Funeral Home. Call them in your hour of need. The McKinley Funeral Home, Lucasville, since 1937.
The Notre Dame Lady Titans knock off Strasburg-Franklin today 7-2 in a Division 7 regional semifinal game that took 2 hours and 40 minutes to complete. It was a rather lengthy game time-wise. There's a total of 4 games scheduled to take place here at Ohio University in Athens. If every game goes this distance, that fourth game should start around 9 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a long day of softball here at OU, that's for sure. But Scioto County's 2 teams are the first to take the field here today, and so far, so good for not only Scioto County, but the entire Southern Ohio Conference, with Notre Dame picking up the 7-2 victory. For Notre Dame, in today's contest, the 7 runs came off of 10 hits. 10 runners were left stranded. 5 errors were committed by Strasburg-Franklin, and the bulk of those occurred in the first inning. Strasburg-Franklin wound up with 2 runs off of 7 hits. 8 runners were left stranded by the Tigers. Notre Dame wound up committing 1 error, which occurred in the final inning. Looking at some of the highlighted performances, Jason Bryant, the right fielder for Notre Dame, wound up with a couple hits in today's contest. She went 2 for 5. She had a bunt single in the third and really showed some speed to get down to the first base bag in time. She had a single in the 7th inning up the center, and then she made an incredible catch in this game as well. Out in right center field. She made the catch while colliding with Macy Ford and somehow managed to hold on to the ball for the out. Alayla Sword, the shortstop, she wound up with a hit in today's contest, and she also reached as a result of an error, so she got on board a couple times. Kate Entler had a good game. She wound up getting on base on 4 separate occasions. She had 2 singles, technically going 2 for 3 today. She hit into a fielder's choice, so she wound up getting on board in that particular sequence, and then she got hit by a pitch in the 5th inning, and she also made a couple really nice plays behind the plate. She gunned down a runner at second who was trying to steal, so a good effort by catcher Kate Entler. Lindsay Schaefer wound up getting on board today. She walked back in the big first inning for Notre Dame, in which the Lady Titans scored 5 of their 7 runs in that opening inning alone. Macy Ford got on board a couple times today. She walked and got on as a result of an error. Ava Rush, the pitcher, 9 strikeouts, only allowing a couple of runs. She wound up with 2 hits on the day, went 2 for 4, a couple of singles. Her sister, Bella Rush, also had a couple of hits today. She wound up going 2 for 2 with a pair of singles, hit a sac fly, scoring a run. She also got on board as a result of being hit by a pitch. Bella Rush wound up making a great catch for the final out of the game, a line drive right to her at second base. Audrey Back of Notre Dame wound up getting on board. She walked in the first inning as part of that big opening inning that I mentioned earlier, and Kennedy Lyon coming off of a 2-for-2 district championship game in a win over Clay, in which he had an inside-the-park home run a week ago in that contest in Wellston. Today here in Athens, she winds up with a single, and she also got on board earlier in the game as a result of an error. Just a good, solid, all-around performance by the Notre Dame Lady Titans as they record their 25th win of the season, improving to 25-4. Notre Dame will return to Ohio University in Athens this Saturday for a 2:30 first pitch against the winner of the game later today here at OU between Sims Valley and Conotton Valley. Strasburg-Franklin put up a good fight today. Hallie Ardenbright had a hit in the contest, as did Olivia Spidell. Also with the hit, Miley Reifenschneider, she wound up with the double and got walked. Addie Cibula had a single in today's contest. Sophia Seacrest, the number 9 hitter, 3 for 3 with a triple and a couple of singles. But the ride ends for the 10-time state champion Strasburg-Franklin Tigers here today as they fall 7-2 to Notre Dame. The Tigers wrap up their season with a record of 21 wins and 8 losses. And for the first time in Notre Dame's program history, the Lady Titans have gotten past Strasburg-Franklin. So strike another thing off of the checklist for Coach Chad Ford's program, as the Lady Titans will return to the Elite Eight in a couple days. And we'll have that game for you on 92.1 FM WIOI. Let's take a 4-minute timeout. We'll be back, talk more about area high school softball and baseball as we await our next game, pitting the Wheelersburg Lady Pirates against the Claymont Mustangs in a Division V regional semifinal softball game at OU. This is High School Sports on 92.1 FM WIOI.
Thinking about a home cleanup project, putting on a new roof, replacing that old broken concrete driveway? Then you need to call the professionals at Correll's Bulldog Containers. They have many sizes of containers to choose from. Whatever your next cleanup or project around your property, call Correll's Bulldog Containers. Open 6 days a week. Phone 574-4455. That's 574-4455. Locally owned and operated. Correll's Bulldog Containers.
Harris Floor Covering, located at 610 9th Street, Portsmouth, is the area's leading floor covering contractor. Harris Floor Covering has everything for your home or business, including resilient tile, sheet flooring, quarry tile, ceramic tile, outdoor floors, industrial floors, carpet, acoustic ceiling, underlayment, and more. Call Stephen Harris at 740-353-7959 or 740-352-9212. Harris Floor Covering, proud supporters of the youth of the area.
For over 50 years, the Harrison Piles Funeral Home has been serving Southern Ohio. With that experience comes the knowledge of how to best help a family in their time of need. When the time arises, call Dave Piles at Harrison Piles Funeral Home, 11623 Gallia Street in Wheelersburg. Phone 740-574-2543. Harrison Piles Funeral Home is a proud supporter of our area's youth.
Hi, I'm Jay Hash with Hope Source. Hope Source helps individuals and families live complete, meaningful, and happy lives. We offer a full array of high-quality mental health and addiction treatment services to meet the individual needs of every person we serve. In every interaction, we provide the care we would expect for our closest friends or loved ones. No matter your situation, there is hope. For information, check out our website at hopesourcetreatment.com. Find us on Facebook or call 740-353-HOPE.
Hi, I'm Nancy Hawk, the owner of Real Estate Gallery. I'm inviting you to contact any of our professional realtors for all of your real estate needs, or visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Real Estate Gallery, we'll be there every step of the way. Real Estate Gallery.
Visit our website at realestategallery.com. Real Estate Gallery Incorporated, Portsmouth and Wheelersburg.
Imagine spending time with friends and family on your new patio, grilling and watching the sunset. Well, let the professionals at Portsmouth Block turn that dream into a reality. Portsmouth Block has over 75 Provia manufactured stone colors and profiles to choose from. Provia manufactured stones are hand-colored to ensure that they are as close to the real thing as possible. You're sure to find the perfect stone that complements your home. Partner with the design experts at Portsmouth Block, 2700 Gallia Street in Portsmouth, and enjoy your outdoor living space like never before. Have a project around the house that calls for a true retaining wall that's both fun